Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra George Sturgis. Welcome to my channel, Authentic Beauty Handmade Dolls and Crafts. In this video, I am going to show you how I paint my sock rag doll face. Thank you so much for watching. Making a doll is a unique expression of your soul. It's like your soul is, I don't know, making love to life, so to speak. And everybody's doll is going to look different. Like some people choose not to have a doll face for whatever reason, and those dolls are gorgeous. Some people paint their doll faces. Some people draw their doll faces. Some people only have eyes, only have lips, no nose, just a nose. Like you can do whatever you want when you are making your doll. And I think that for me personally, the reason I don't like making dolls for people is because once somebody tell me how to make the doll, it's no longer an expression of my soul, or the joy is, it's like I lose the joy of just creating something that comes from another realm of reality. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's kind of like if you enjoy making something and people say, oh, make a star, make a chair, then you feel like a factory worker, or like Burger King, like you're working on an assembly line. So I think that when you're making a doll, just keep in mind that you have a choice to make that doll look however you want your doll to look. So I want to go over a few options on how to make a face, but it doesn't feel right to me, so I'm personally not going to do it. But I do enjoy sharing, my love for doll making. So here are some eyes that I purchased. They're like $2.49, very inexpensive. And I bought these from Joann's, and they have like a little screw and a little hook. And if you were going to use these, you should have used them before you sewed the doll up in the back. But I just want to use them for demonstration purposes. So like, see, these eyes will look really cute on this doll. You see? And then, actually, I'm not going to use them, but they look cute. Yes, they do. And if you were making a lot of them, like for children in the hospital, or if you have a bunch of nieces, or, whatever, I think it would be a very quick and easy way to make your dolls without having to worry about, spending a lot of time for the doll to dry and so forth. And then I also have these little button lips, and I got these from Joann's, and I think they were like maybe $2 as well. I looked on Amazon. You can buy a whole bunch of them in different colors for less than $5, and they are the same size, and they come in like blue, pink, all kind of colors. So it's not difficult to find. And so if you wanted to make a quick, easy doll, look, there you go. I think she is absolutely simply gorgeous. Now, this is not my personal style of doll making, but I honestly feel like this doll is one of those. All of my dolls are sturdy, but this doll is extremely sturdy. I bought these socks from Marshall's. These are men's socks, and they have a really nice stretch. I accidentally got some of my makeup on one of the doll legs while I was making her, and I ended up using a makeup remover, and it wiped right off. It's just a sturdy. I think you could give this as a gift and feel really proud of yourself, like really good. And you can even make some little felt eyelashes. Now, what I am going to do personally is I think I am going to draw on her eyes. But I just want to tell you one more thing. You could also, like I did, I think in my very first tutorial on doll making, you could use buttons for the eyes. Like I think this, oh my god, I think that's cute. I think she would look gorgeous with, whoops, did it fall? Yes, it did. It fell, child. So here, you could also use buttons. And I think this would be, really cute without a mouth. There are just so many ways to personalize this doll. Honey, stop falling. Stop it. To personalize this doll and make her your very own. And, I think, I think that would be gorgeous with some felt eyelashes. But I am choosing to paint her eyes because for some reason I like to paint my doll, paint, draw, make my doll eyes personally, because I feel, I don't know, like I feel like I'm sharing a piece of who I am with the doll, even if the eyes aren't perfect. So, and I'm also going to make felt lips for her, that I drew, and I'm just going to ladder stitch her lips around in this area, and I'm going to paint her eyes on, because that's just the look that I prefer. But I'm hoping that people who are watching this video will feel like they have a pattern to make a doll that is simple. This is a simple sock rag doll. I think that can be made in a variety of ethnicities, different hair colors. The yarn for this doll's hair was less than $5. I think it's very pretty. There are so many options. Like, I didn't know which one I want to use. I like this as well, but I don't know, like this kind of took my heart. Like when I saw this, I thought this is her hair. And so there are just so many things you can do to personalize this pattern and make it your very own. Another thing I want to tell you is that for the arms, I chose to use the button joint, but you don't have to use the button joint. I think in another video, and I'm going to leave the link here, you can use the plastic joints, and it doesn't show on the outside. You don't have to use a joint or a button at all. You can simply ladder stitch the doll's arm to her shoulder area, and even though the arms won't move, but it's not really necessary. So these are some various things you can do to make your doll. So I am going to now paint my doll eyes. So we'll see what this is going to look like, right? I have provided the pattern for Jewel the sock rag doll's eyes on the link in this video. So what you're going to do is cut out the eye, and you're going to trace it onto the doll's face in the position that looks most attractive to you. Now, the good thing, what you can do is cut out two, use a stick pen to position them in place, and once you have it in place, go ahead and trace around it. Now, some people are very artistic, and you don't need those eyes. You can, some people can really draw some beautiful faces. So you could go ahead and do that as well. So now I am cutting out the felt lips, and I did provide the shapes of the lips as well on the pattern for the Jewel sock doll, and it's not the best drawing, okay? You probably could draw better lips too, but these are the lips that I drew, okay? And so what you can cut it out, and you can simply hot glue it or just use regular glue and place it on the dolls, attach it to the doll's face, and I think it looks really nice. But what I like to do is take a couple of running stitches in the back to make it puckle or buckle, or is it puckle? Well, to make it not so that it's not straight, okay, and pull the thread a little bit, and this gives the lips, see, oh my god, see, it gives it personality, yay. And you could just hot glue that onto the doll, and I really like that look as well. But you know me, I gotta take it a whole nother step. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna just hot glue the felt lips in place just so they won't move. And now I'm going to ladder stitch around the lips and stuff it with fiberfill just so gently. Yeah, and I like that look, but I like this look too. I think it's just something fresh about it. So these are all options for you. There is no absolute right or wrong way to make your sock doll's face. So I always say, just create the face until it feels right. Like, go by your feelings. Don't go by how other people's dolls look or what other people say. Like, when that feeling is inside of you and you feel like, or she's talking to you, or you look at her and she's looking back at you, you're just like, oh, okay, this is it. Now, the reason I am sewing on her lips first before I finish painting the doll's eyes is because the eyes are going to take a while to dry. And once her eyes are drying, I don't want to make a mistake and mess them up while trying to sew on the lips. So I like to leave my dolls in a place where they can dry before I go to bed, and I don't have to worry about touching them. And another thing is, even after the eyes dry, to the touch, you still really don't want to manipulate the face for a while. You want everything to settle in. So when I finish ladder stitching on the lips, I am going to begin to paint the sclera, the white of her eyes, and I'm using a mix of silicone and white paint. I think that's all. Oh, I'm sorry, silicone, white paint, and I think I have clear glue in the mixture as well. I like to make a lot of things with hot glue, and I noticed that regular acrylic paint doesn't always stick, but the acrylic paint, silicone, and clear glue mixture with the color paint that you want to use, it also creates a very smooth surface. So the first thing I'm going to do after I finish sewing on her lips, I'm going to put gesso on the areas of her eyes. So this will also make the fabric hard. And then after I use the gesso, I'm going to use my acrylic paint and silicone mixture and paint over the gesso. And then I also use a pearl, I don't know the name of it. It's like a pearl. Oh, here it is. It's called Liquid Pearls White Opal. It's a dimensional pearlescent paint, and I'll paint that over that, and it gives us this really nice dreamy look. But I allow each layer to dry, and then I like for it to dry overnight before I start, putting on the pupils, which I make out of felt, which we'll go over in the next video. If I was going to remake Jewel, I would make her eyes smaller and start her hairline back farther in her head. I just think it's just too close to her face, and it makes her face look really small. But dolls, like I said, what I love about them is that they are like humans. There is no perfect look, In the next video, we are going to finish painting Jewel's eyes. Make sure to let this base dry overnight for optimal results. I know there's a doll inside of you who is just dying to come to life, but only you can breathe life into her. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.